Hi there, Libra. Welcome to your April 2024 General Tarot reading. It's Raina here. Okay. Interesting. So it looks to me like April is a very activating month for you. I've been hearing a lot of energy updates and reports, and by and large, people are saying, oh my God, April. But at some point, I get a little bit like, okay, well, didn't you say that about March? Didn't you say that? I mean, we do have a total solar eclipse in April, and April is a month that is, with the solar eclipse. This is I saw somewhere they said it was the most powerful eclipse in 100 years. I don't know if that's true, but for Libra individuals, this is your seventh house of committed partnership. So you might see some fireworks in this area. And it might be new developments of some sort, whatever that means for your particular situation. So this card that is the heart of the matter really supports that. Eight of Wands, this is a card of to me, this is how I see the Eight of Wands. I see someone who's kind of been bopping along, and then all of it, and kind of in a holding pattern, perhaps, maybe not of your own choosing on a conscious level, but things just kind of stagnant and nothing really moving. And then all of a sudden, it's almost like from feast to or from famine to feast, where everything is happening. And it could be very overwhelming for some people if you've kind of gotten used to the slowness of it. This may feel very enlivening. The wands relate to fire energy, and Aries is a fire sign, so it corresponds with it in that sense. And you may just be raring to go. But this is like a lot of back and forth communications, perhaps, or I see it as offers. If you have been unhappy with work matters, for some reason I got a relationship vibe from this, but I could see wands can be career, and in the past position, the Four of Cups can suggest disillusionment, boredom with whatever it is that you're involved in, including in a relationship. If you're involved in a relationship that isn't working, you may feel like that's not something that you want to pursue, but sometimes that makes a person feel kind of trapped. Like it's not that easy for them to be motivated to make that change. So, just because you're dissatisfied with something doesn't mean you're doing anything. Well, to me, the Eight of Wands is almost like a catalyst for somebody to kind of change and feel that sense of excitement about it. The higher message is the Page of Cups. This is a card of innocence, keeping your heart open. This is a spiritual message. So if there's any jaded qualities with the Four of Cups for you, Libra, being innocent like a child, this is one of the reasons why I thought this might have been dealing with matters connected to a child, because the Page of Cups can indicate a child. And if you have been someone who has not been dating for a while, maybe the Four of Cups is a sense of you in this dissatisfaction of being alone. And finally, perhaps you were alone for a while and that was perfectly fine. And now you're ready to rumble. You're ready to go back into it. The Page of Cups, there might be a child, especially a sensitive child, to really take heed of, because of your own excitement with the Eight of Wands. Don't overlook that child's needs. And it doesn't mean that you have to stay single until that child is 18, but to maybe ease into it and be very, very mindful of what's happening. Lacrosse has used the Queen of Cups. Actually, it's very interesting, Libra. I got 2 cards. I might even pick an additional card because the outcome card I got was the Hermit in reverse, and how my immediate impression of that is somebody who's coming back out into the world from being alone. But maybe with this Queen of Cups in the challenge position, there is kind of ignoring your higher self in something that you're doing. So, for instance, with the Eight of Wands, I think like with Libra people, 2 things that jump out at me when it comes to career matters is that you probably will gravitate towards something that is more creative if you have the option to do so. And the Page of Cups can be that initial stage of a creative project. But that with the Wands, you might be so excited about the opportunities in general that you kind of forget why you're dissatisfied. Because it's almost like being flattered that you're in demand or something. And I would say even the same with a love life. Maybe you're getting a lot of people hitting on you or something, and you're like, oh, wow, I must be very attractive to them. I must be very magnetic to them. And forgetting about, like, am I attracted to them? They might be attracted to me, but am I attracted to them? And is it for the right reasons? And that's where your intuition comes in, feeling things at a higher level rather than just, oh, wow, this person looks good. Libra people, more times than not, you need an intellectual companion because you are very intelligent yourself. So if you focus too much on the physical, you might be overlooking a very important thing that you need. I'm not saying that all Libra people would do that, but it certainly, wouldn't surprise me if that has happened in the past for you. What is coming in is the Seven of Pentacles. This is nurturing some kind of project or the initial stages of a relationship and having patience with it. So all of these things may be happening simultaneously for you. I get this feeling of a shift. And of course, with the with the Four of Cups, that could have been something that was true for you a year ago, not necessarily in the last 6 months, because you had an eclipse in your sign in October. So you're starting to experience these eclipses and their effects on your life, and it can make it a lot less of anything that is dull, for sure. Even if it's a little bit, I don't know, chaotic or unnerving, it's a lot better than, kind of feeling bored with your life. But it might be a little bit too exciting too. That's how it works. And then the outcome card, I'm going to hold it upright, even though I picked it, the Hermit card. So be careful that you're not scorning inner wisdom. Or if you have had some kind of time where you took some space apart from the dating scene, relationships, don't turn your back on that or forget what you've learned just because somebody has caught your eye. So I'm going to pick another card just for clarification. I just cut the deck in half. Knight of Wands. It might be a Sagittarian. Well, it sounds to me like you're in this phase of like sowing your wild oats, maybe you feel like you've done your time in solitude and you're ready for adventure, you're ready for some fun. And that's fine. I don't see anything wrong with it. I think the Eight of Wands kind of hints at that. Like I said, the Wands energy, just like this Knight of Wands, is fire energy. You see the horse in the background of the Knight of Wands. That's because this card is connected with Sagittarius. I personally connected with Aries because I think of knights as warriors. And, Aries is ruled by Mars, the god of war. And they're both fire signs anyway. But whatever's happening, Libra, this is something to, it sounds like this is a time for you to embrace freedom, even if you're dating, even if you are maybe crushing on someone, to be very playful. Not to take it too seriously. You don't have to take things too seriously right off the bat. And I don't give people advice because, everyone's in a different situation and some people may be ready to settle down. I suppose it's possible. This is such a general reading. But what I mean is that if you are in a situation where you're just kind of coming back into that scene, why not just enjoy it? Why not just have fun? And I don't mean, having one night stands. I'm talking about getting to know people, going out for dinner and actually just going out to dinner, and that's it. Because it makes things a lot freer and it makes things a lot clearer. There's a lot of more clarity about the kind of person that you're looking for and that person is. Once things get physical, it can kind of muddy things up a little bit. Okay, that's what I have for you. I hope that this resonated. I hope you have a great month. Take care. Bye.